Okay, so listen. Hunter, aka the president, he is finally coming out of his haze, and he's really seeing everything for how crazy it really is. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for The Oval. This is season 1, episode 17. As I said, Hunter is coming out of his days, and he is like looking around, and he's like, all this is crazy. And he's real paranoid. It's pretty funny to watch. It really is. But a lot of stuff going on. Child, okay, so listen, when we left, who is going to save my Lily, honey? Because Donald was choking Lily's tongue out when we left. When we came back in, he was still choking her. And then he stopped himself. He couldn't bring himself to kill her. So he got to telling her. And he done went to looking real crazy. Real crazy. Real crazy. And the whole crazy thing was kind of sexy on him. But then right afterwards, something else happened. And I was like, oh, I will tell you about it in a minute. But anyway, he's all crazy. He choking her. Now they both laying on the floor. He got his red bottoms on, and he like, I can't do it. I promise you, I love you. Please don't make me do this. I was like, oh, he pitiful. So they go on, and she's like looking at him like, you bastard, you were really going to kill me. You were choking me out. I couldn't breathe. I was like, girl, yeah, he was trying to take you on out of here, honey. He got to telling her about how we have to be a family, and we have to have kids, this, that, the other. Then he slipped and told her, I am next in line for the presidency. There are 5 families that actually run this country, and they own us. This, that, thing, and the other. She was looking like, that's all stupid. I don't have time for it. So the two of them is sitting there, and then she goes to get Nap. Then she starts trying to run away from him again. She's crawling down the steps, and he running behind her, begging her, please don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this. So they end up on the first floor. They're going on and on. He's begging her, please just live out the fantasy. Everything's going to be fine. Please, we got to do this or you will have to be taken out. And he's like, you're not understanding me. She's like, why don't you just let me go? If you say you love me, why don't you just let me go? He's like, bitch, you're not getting it. Either you be with me or you don't be. Like, what is your problem? What is wrong? Child, so she finally he agrees to let her go. She said, I'm fine. It's cool. I just need to go for a drive. He's like, if you go, he's like, listen, I'm telling you. If you go to that police station, you're going to disappear. Now I'm telling you, you're going to disappear, and ain't nobody going to know nothing about nothing. You just gonna be a dead bitch. I done told you. She's still sitting up there. He said, okay. So he said, I'm gonna let you go. She said, okay. She eased out the door. She get her purse. He said, I hope this is not the last time I see you. I said, girl, I don't know why you acting like you don't believe him. He was just crushing your larynx, whore. And you act like you don't believe him. Anyway, so like I said, Donald, for a change, to me, looked sexy. He did. And that, don't judge me, but he was looking sexy. I was like, oh, Donald, looking kind of sexy, all crazy, with your red bottoms on. But then, after that, this other thing, she walked out the door. Why is he standing there looking like Curious George? All crazy and loose. I said, you went from American Psycho, sexy crazy, to Curious George, nutball crazy, honey. I said, that's ugly. Okay, so she goes on about her business. Another one they're going to drive me crazy. Listen, they are going to drive poor Jean to do crack or something. Jean can't take all this pressure. Now, the daughter her first daughter that eased her way down there and told Jane, I know you because I was in the trunk of your car. I know where you live, this, that, the other. I know you were talking to your boyfriend named Greg on the phone when we were going, and you talked about my mother. You called my mother a bitch, and you said that my brother was a pervert. Now, I like you. And you cool because you said that you feel sorry for me. Not that I need your pity. But you okay, I mean, even though you did those other little things, because you know I can get you fired. But what you going to do for me, she wants her to find out what happened to Pinky. She's like, how can I find out? She said, figure it out. So she's blackmailing her and helping her. I said, y'all, no, y'all not. going to drive Jean over the edge. And then Jean's like, no problem. And Jean walks off. She going to say, bitch. I said, now how you trying to make friends with Jean and then going to call her bitch? You something else, girl. Anyway, moving on. Kyle. Baby, listen to this here. Kyle done eased up and slickly asked the damn president if he could Terry Matt and do him, honey. I said, what? When he told me, he said, yeah, I had a friend, and the friend, was separated out from the girl that he liked, and then he would have me to help him with his needs because he had needs and desires, and I would help him. I said, no, you are not. And he's staring downward and saying to the president, you do have desires, don't you? You do have needs that need to be met. I said, are you making the suck? Oh, I'm Miss Cow, girl. You doing a lot. And the president, he was so clueless at first. He was so clueless at the conversation that was happening. I said, oh, poor thing, you are really green. And then he said, you were talking about a girl, weren't you, Kyle? And Kyle's like, yeah, I guess, whatever. He gonna say, listen, good night, Kyle. Girl, how do you ease up and ask the president to bust him down, Tatiana? Child, I said that cow is too bold for me. Anyway, moving on. Nancy down at the hospital. They tell Nancy that Richard's okay. Nancy has completely had it with Barry. Okay? Completely had it with Barry. Richard's okay. She talking about Barry needs to stay on down there to the jail. That was very interesting. Anyway, Sam gets up to go check on that whole thing. He goes down there to the station. He ends up talking to Barry and telling Barry, don't tell these people nothing. They're not going to let you go. But don't tell nobody nothing. Just be quiet. Be quiet. And he's like, please find out what's going on with my dad. Shut up. Said, and when he was asked the pieces of the story, he was like going on and on. He's like, oh, no, you want to come up guilty. Just don't say nothing to nobody. I have to take care of this. Just hush up. Kareem and Sharon, they over there cleaning up the drugstore. And meanwhile, we looking at Sharon. Sharon's all get high bitch. She telling him, we need something to take the edge off. We need to just go ahead and do these volume. I said, oh, high bitch. She's a get high bitch. I said, Sharon is not at all what Barry thinks she is. And then Barry is cuckoo LaRue. Woo, 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 woo. Honey, and now, listen, it's a lot going on. Kareem was like, maybe we could do it, but we really shouldn't be doing that, and this, that, and the other. She leading him on there, honey. Lead me into love and into the darkness, honey. He said, people were saying that he killed Ruth. She don't care to hear none of that. She just want to get high. Just want to get high. Back over at the White House. Old Jason tells his sister that he has their father's security code. His secure Wi-Fi code. I said, that's going to get y'all in trouble. And I know this is not the last time we're hearing that promise. Whole mess. So, I just don't think that that's the last we're going to hear of it. I think that them grandparents or whoever the powers that be are going to find out even more. And that's probably some of how they finding out some stuff. But yeah, he's telling her he got it and he knows how to get around it because she was trying to do something. He's like, I can see all the porn the dad likes and this, that, and the other. A mess. Victoria ended up telling Hunter, you need to go talk to your son. He's over there jacking off at the table at a restaurant, this, that, thing, and the other. So she's like, you go talk to him now. You don't want me to call my mother, do you? Goes over there, child. He discovers in the meantime that there's blood still up underneath the carpet. Mess. Goes over there, and I'm going to tell y'all what I actually think, because I don't think that is Hunter who actually chopped off old girl's head. I think it's the damn son. Because the son gives me serial killer tease. I think it's the son. Because in this conversation, when Hunter was talking to Jason, he said something about the girlfriend. And he basically was saying different things. And that's why I told you Hunter's getting very suspicious of everybody. He's like, are you spying on me? He's like, no, because he mentioned the girlfriend. And he's like, no, I'm not. And he's like, I'm lying. You better not be lying to me. He said, I lie to you all the time. I lie to you all the time. He ended up telling Kyle keep an eye on my son. Something's not adding up, and I believe he's spying on me. I was like, nah. He said, keep an eye on him. I said, and I sat right there, and I was thinking about it, and I said, I bet this little loser is the one that cut her head off. Because he gives me real weird tease, you know? Anyway, let's go talk about Donald and Kyle, child. Donald done left, and he's sitting at the table, going through, looking crazy. Kyle done showed up. Kyle's like, you already know what's going to happen. You couldn't do it. I already know. I can see it all in your face. You couldn't do it, but it's going to happen because you know she's at that daggone police station. She's at the police station. She was. She was. Kyle told him, I'm going up here and getting this bed. You need to come on up here and give it to me real hard, right fast. And he's like, no, she's not. She's going to come home. And what happens when if she comes home? He said, listen, I got my radio and all that. It'll tell me whenever she's moving about. And I'll give you enough time to get up off of me or whatever. I said, oh, that's a whole bitch. She's a mess, that cow. Anyway, Lily ends up running into Sam because she was right there outside of the police station. She talked to old boy on the phone. Old boy told her, come to me. Come to me and don't go into that police station. She blows Sam off and she goes on over there. Child. Meanwhile, Barry is over there inside the jail. He gets to talking to an inmate. You know, the inmates know everything that's going on the street. That's what happened in the real prison and in the jails. Them nabby mugs, they be knowing everything going on the street. He got to telling him about Picky, told him about Denise, told him about the First Lady, and all this. Said the First Lady seen all these people, and then they died. And I'm getting out of here. This is all too crazy and everything. So Barry's over there with all this information. I said, Lord have mercy. Anyway, we move on over. Lily goes to see old boy. And, okay, so she's over the top. I don't know why I can't think of his name with his fine self, honey. But he's over there. He's still, you know, he's really messed up because he really didn't receive proper care and stuff because they cramping Kyle's both crazy. But he ended up telling Lily, you are safer going back and playing this game. Get something on him that you can use and maybe he'll be able to let you go. But ain't no way I can actually protect you the way you need to be protected. You got to play this game. And I know it sounds crazy, but you just got to do it. I said, child, come on, Miss Lily. He done already cracked your larynx out. You got to just go with the flow right now. So she's like, okay. So Hunter and Victoria is getting ready to get in the bed, right? She then reached down because she dropped her earring and found out, baby, that there is blood on the floor. Now, my television cut out there. I said, God damn, the DVR. So, I don't know. She got the blood on her hand. I know it was the end of the show, but there's probably something that I missed in that last 30 seconds. But she got the blood on her hand, and we know that Lily is on the way back to the house. And Kyle and Donald was getting down because Donald couldn't get away from Kyle, and the last we seen of them, he was blurping Kyle's bird. Kyle was blurping Donald's bird. So I said, oh God, this is going to be a mess. Lily and Kyle is going to be going at it like two old bitches, honey. I said, this is just too much. I like it, but it's just too much. Anyway, I'll pick it up next week. I'll get to see the 30 seconds that I missed. And, I hate when DVR does that. I cannot stand it. I apologize, you all, but I'll see y'all next week on this. Later.